And having that build up to not only seeing the thieves succeed in their heist that they've planned for so long, but also seeing Danny Ocean get his wife back. Last week, director Steven Soderbergh released a new spy thriller, Black Bag, and this movie is very much a film that is elevated by its actors. But I think another one of the director's films, and perhaps his most famous one, has the same thing going on, and that is the 2001 ensemble heist film, Ocean's 11. Even if Ocean's 11 didn't have the actors that it ended up having, it would still be a good movie on its own. The film is written to be an ensemble heist film where we have a group of 11 thieves teaming up with each other to rob not one, but 3 casinos. But the movie is really about how the main character, the leader of this group of thieves, Danny Ocean, played by George Clooney, wanting to get his ex-wife, Tess, played by Julia Roberts, back from the person who just so happens to be the owner of these 3 casinos, Terry Benedict, played by Andy Garcia. So the narrative drive of the film becomes that plotline, even though it's not revealed until about the midpoint of the film. The movie is, of course, elevated by all of its actors, with the main ones being George Clooney playing Danny Ocean, Brad Pitt as Rusty, and Matt Damon as Linus. All 3 of these actors play very well off of each other, and not just in this film, but in the second and third films of the trilogy. The main ones, of course, being George Clooney and Brad Pitt, and even in the scenes where it's supposed to be Danny Ocean and Rusty interacting with each other, planning of how they're going to pull off this heist, it really just ends up being George Clooney and Brad Pitt interacting with each other outside of movies, and that is a lot of fun to watch. The movie uses these characters to set up the world of gambling, of stealing, and of Las Vegas itself. And I think the best character here when it comes to world building is the character of Ruben, played by Elliot Gould, and that he is a casino owner who just got screwed over by Terry Benedict and is just waiting for a chance to team up with somebody else to steal from this guy who has done him wrong. And also Casey Affleck and Scott Caan playing their characters, the 2 brothers inside the film who join Ocean's 11 as well. They steal every scene that they're in with their bickering, and it makes for a great time. The movie, though, does build up to the final heist of the film, which is the most famous part of the movie, in that the entire final sequence is a bait and switch to where we see everything happening, we think that our characters haven't gotten away with it, and then it switches to where we realize that all of the security footage that we have been watching from Terry Benedict's perspective, because that's the perspective that we shift to, we realize that it was fake and our main characters got away with stealing from him. I like to end with talking about the character of Tess, played by Julia Roberts. The actress does the best job in this film versus the next film, Ocean's 12. And that is because even though in Ocean's 12 they do give her more to work with and more screen time per se, they play off of a very lazy gimmick that relies on who the actress is in real life. And it becomes this weird self-aware thing that is isolated in the trilogy and doesn't feel right even to this day. But in Ocean's 11, for what she does with the character, even though we don't really see her a whole lot, in her interactions with Danny Ocean, with Terry Benedict, she feels like she fits in the movie, to where at the end of the movie, when she does realize she's been played and tells Terry Benedict that I'm not going to be with you anymore, I'm going to go with my husband who just robbed you, that feels more satisfactory because it is built up to inside the film itself and doesn't rely on anything outside of it. And having that build up to not only seeing the thieves succeed in their heist that they've planned for so long, but also seeing Danny Ocean get his wife back is what makes the defeat of Terry Benedict truly satisfying, and this will certainly not be the last time in the trilogy that this casino owner gets screwed over by Danny Ocean. Steven Soderbergh's ensemble heist film Ocean's 11 is still very much worth a watch because even after being released almost 25 years ago, it is still an amazing film. And that is thanks in large part to the actors in the main roles, in particular George Clooney and Brad Pitt, who are very fun on screen together. The movie builds itself up by combining multiple stories, and it plays both plot lines perfectly and sticks the landing at the end. With that being said, Ocean's 11 gets a 9.5 out of 10. Hello everyone and welcome back to Movies with Michael. If you enjoyed this movie review, you can show it by leaving a like on this video and comment down below what you thought about this movie. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or was it right there in between? You can tell me all that down below in the comments section. And please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the notification icon to be notified about my latest videos. That's all for now, and I'll see you all next time.